Good day, open hearts, and thank you for being here at the Shell Energy. Today's video is about anxiety because I have seen, unfortunately, lots of it the last 10 days or so. Anxiety is pretty much the moment, it happens the moment we leave our core. Our energetic body gets ahead of us, and if we don't catch it at that moment, it just continues to spiral. And I like to see the spiral down, okay? Because the frequency of anxiety is low, so the spiral is spiraling down. And if we don't catch it, then it can get really, we can end up in a pretty bad situation. I have been in an ambulance, unable to walk, to move, to open my eyes with fist like this because I couldn't open my hands, pretty much frozen. And this was about 30 years ago. Was the worst anxiety attack I had. And throughout the years, I am not stranger to anxiety. It happens to us personally many times throughout our lives because they're just part of being human. You don't see a tree having an anxiety attack or a plant having an anxiety attack. And even if we want to think that our companions, birdies or cats or dogs have anxiety attacks, the animals live in the present moment. So when we say that they're having an anxiety attack, we are just projecting that to them. Animals are wonderful teachers about living in the moment. And anxiety happens when your energy leaves that now moment and gets ahead. If we catch that moment, if we're lucky enough to catch that moment when the imbalance is happening with the breathing, when the oxygen and carbon starts getting all messed up, and then you start feeling the numbness and the finger numbness, and it's all that fear comes, and you feel like, you know, it's just getting worse and worse, and you're not able to stop it. And then worse, somebody comes in and tells you to chill, just chill. And I'm like, that is just the worst thing you can say to someone having an anxiety attack. Let me just remove this. This is just too much glare. I can see. So I don't need to see anyway. What happens is the moment you catch yourself, that's the gift. If you can give that gift to yourself, if you are not going to be able to just solve the anxiety forever and ever, fine, you ride the wave. The key is to catch yourself the moment you start feeling the palpitations, when your energy gets ahead of you. Okay, that's the moment that you need to start calling it back in, because what you want is everything that got ahead of you is ahead of you. You need to call it back in to your body, to your physical body. So what I do usually is, you know, I hold myself. I can see I'm touching the chair, I'm sitting. I feel my bum and my arms, you know, I start feeling myself. I am here, I am not over there, and I am safe. Nothing is happening to me, and I am in a position of controlling this situation here and now. And, you know, change my breathing. If you have a paper bag, hey, use the paper bag. But if you catch yourself before things spiral terribly down, just shut your mouth and start breathing through your nose. And I will post a technique that I use. Sometimes I just go to the bathroom or do it really quick. It takes like, I don't know, now maybe like a 2 minutes breathing exercise that I do sometimes to make sure that all of me is back to the present moment, to my body. But that's what happens with anxiety. You are not present, all of you, in your body. Okay, so you need to remember, this is me, I'm here. You know, move your fingers, move your toes. You know, sometimes you can just go and pull that elastic on your pants and smack it there, to remember that you are here, you are not over there. And that might be very helpful. But I wanted to tell you something too about anxiety. The, there is also a silver lining. People that suffer with anxiety also are very sensitive. Very, their antennas are really sharp, and they pick up very easily the mood of the family. They can pick up easily the mood of the workplace. If they are watching the news, that would be a very bad thing to do. I don't watch the news. I disconnected myself from news like two years ago. And that's what happened this weekend. I just saw a little bit, just came across, and I felt it. I couldn't fall asleep. I'm doing my gratitude, lists, trying to come back to the present moment and not go to bed worry when I see what happened, in the news and the border. I am not over there. I am over here. This is my body, and I am here sitting in this chair, and I'm just bringing myself to the present moment, and seeing that I have no control over what's happening over there, only what's here in my awareness. But from that moment that I had the anxiety attack, that was 30 years ago, it took me all that time to get here where I am. So unfortunately, it's not something that people can learn right away, because a lot of us get that rush, that addicted to drama. We want to know what's going on, what's going on with this, what's going on with that, and we're looking for that. It's just because that accelerated feeling of us, their energy body leaving and getting ahead. It's just a little bit of an addiction, and then next thing you know, it's like we are, oh my God, I'm having an anxiety attack. Oh my God, what I'm gonna do? Oh my God. And then you take care of that anxiety attack, and next thing you know, you're looking for another drama, or somebody comes in and gives you an invitation to a drama party, and you go ahead and take it. Remember, you are free to decline politely and say, no, thank you, I'm not going to that drama party. But that's what happens too, because people that are prone to anxiety attacks are also very sensitive. They are usually are empaths, so they can catch they're like thermometers. They can catch the feeling of the family, the room, the workplace, the supermarket right away. If they stand next to somebody that is getting a little agitated, very quickly, if they don't know how to control themselves, they will become agitated. And that is the silver lining, because, and I'm saying silver lining, it doesn't sound like that, but it's, if you think about it, these are people very empathetic. These are people that are very compassionate. They usually running on low energy because their heart chakra is so open to give that they usually don't receive. I'm saying like, because the heart chakra has two sides, just like all the chakras, front and back, and we give and we receive from the back. So usually a person that suffers from anxiety is also a very a person that is not selfish, a very compassionate person that is always caring about the other people, trying to comfort other people. And because of that, their energy body is low, and then something happens that they get entangled in, and their energy runs ahead, and then is when the spiral starts. This is the spiral, and their energy just starts spiraling down. Remember, down doesn't mean bad, and up doesn't mean good. It's just the levels of vibration, just like the stations of the radio. So that's anxiety. Silver lining, you pretty much are empaths. You are super keen in picking up where the imbalance of someone is, or the imbalance of a home. Some families, I have seen some families, some of my clients have several children, and there will be one child, I call them SpongeBobs, because there will be one child that just picks up the anxiety of the whole entire family. And if this child is not ready, this is something that the child came to do. This is one of the roles the child has in the family. But if the child doesn't have the support to deal with this, now that the child is in the physical body, then it really could messed up, really could make him ill, make her disease, with skin issues, immunity, the immune system suffers, because these children pick up the anxiety from other people and they don't know what anxiety attack is. So that's what happened. They start giving up a little bit of their immune system to compensate the other people, to help them out. And they are my little SpongeBobs. And people that suffer anxiety most of the time are SpongeBobs. They are empaths. They are highly compassionate people. And if that doesn't that doesn't come to the surface, and the person pays attention to what's coming up and dealing with it, and just take some kind of pharmaceutical to cover it up, it's not gonna go away. It just doesn't go away. You do things like, I don't watch the news. There are certain foods that I don't eat. And people, you clean your contact list also, so that you're not exposed to people that have a little too much anxiety in their field. But there are some people also that don't realize that they are fueling the other person that's having an anxiety attack. My friend is about to have an anxiety attack a couple of days ago, and somebody else came over to try to help. And you can't tell someone that's having an anxiety attack to chill. You can't tell them to stop it, because you can't. It's a spiral that is just beginning. So what I try to do is first find myself in a good place, come back to my body, don't be on their energy, be on mine, be fully present, and then think, what can I do? And then I see this person at that moment was all up here in the head, and it was spinning scenarios that could happen but haven't happened yet. And the more scenarios that came to this person's awareness, the more worried this person got, and the more shaky, and it got worse and worse. And then the other person comes to help, telling the person suffering to chill. That's not a good thing. So you want to, what I like is physical contact, hold their hand, hold their arm, so they can feel their body, and tell them, you're here now. You're not over there, you're here. And bring their awareness to something in the now. If there is a window, the window. If there is a desk, if there is a chair, the shoes, something like that. Because I can't say, we're gonna ground right now and bring the pillar of light. I can't do that, because it's just not proper. Sometimes I wish I could do it, but I can't. So anyway, so that's what happened early this week. I just had to make this person aware that they were not in the future, they were in the present moment, and they have the ability to bring their awareness to this present moment, and all that mental monkey mind, just clear it, drop it to the heart, and start breathing in and out, in and out. And next thing you know, this person just walked away fine. And I'm not a hero for that, of course, no. It's because I have been there. And sometimes energy frequencies, they change just because the moon or the sun, some flares will make it worse, believe it or not, because the sun affects our minds a lot, our mental body. The moon governs our emotional body. So when there are solar flares, we have to be more aware of where our thoughts are and what other thoughts we are connecting to. Because all the thoughts that we have ever thought and everybody else exist out there. They don't disappear, they are out there. So if we connect to that, it's a negative thought, something with very low vibration, and a lot of people are thinking about that, and then you connect to that, then you investing yourself, and you're over there already. You're not longer here. And then you have to be aware of that to cut it. But what happens is we don't become aware of that situation, and we just start investing. And I don't care if it's Fox News or CNN, it doesn't matter. Is that whatever our awareness sits, that's where we're investing. I like to say our most valuable commodity that we have is our awareness. Where do we pay attention? What do we pay attention to? So when we connect our thoughts to a thought that is over there and it's like really bad and it's going crazy and it's bad and they're gonna come and get us, we lose sight that we are here in the living room, in the chair. We are not over there. So you have to understand that you only have power once you come back to the present moment. We have no power in the past. We have no power in the future. We have power here in the middle, Shibuya, in the 0 point. That's where we have our power. We can make all the decisions from that seat, from the seat of the soul, right here, that core. So be very aware of where your energy is at throughout the day, especially coming up. The last moon that just passed and the next ones coming are gonna be intense. Try to drop from the head down to your heart. Drop it, just drop it. And if you don't know if you're on your head, just think about what the motivation is, what you're making this choice or that other choice. What is your motivation? If you're making a choice based on fear, it's you're up here in your head, and you just drop it. Run everything through your heart. Your heart is not going to let you down. And right now, thank goodness, the sacred masculine is rising. I don't know, it would be good if you look around. There's so much negativity against the distortion of the masculinity, which is the patriarchy and all those thousands of years of patriarchy. But that's all coming down. Pay attention to the good, the actual divine masculine coming up, rising up, because it's happening. So pay attention to what's working. That's the point. If you find yourself entangled in something that is not working and is not happening here, you have to make sure you bring yourself to the present moment and call it all back in. You can, again, move your fingers, Remember, you're here, you're sitting here in this chair. I'm laying down in this bed in my bedroom. I am not in Tijuana. I am not in Syria. As much suffering as is over there, I am here. I am here. And the best way possible that you can assist is to be the best you that you can be. That's pretty much all you can do. Be the best you that you can be. Okay? Try to live from the heart and kind to everybody, love each other. But this is a day-by-day thing. So don't get entangled of what horrible things are happening. And with the fires in California and all of that, you can't do anything about that. But you have control over this right here, right now. How you live your day, hour by hour, day by day, minute by minute. That's what you have power. So just come back. Make sure you're centered in your core and make your choices from there. Okay, I'm going to put a video about a quick exercise that I learned a couple of years ago, so that it helps bring the energy back into your body. But in essence, that's what it is. You need to bring your energy back to your body, back to your present moment, because otherwise you get too comfortable and familiar with losing it, and oh, there you go, and then you end up having anxiety attacks, you know, a couple of times a month, and that is exhausting, because most of us don't have a tiger chasing us, but all these anxiety attacks trick our bodies into, we had just escaped a tiger, and then we end up with, you know, our adrenals are just dead tired, they just fatigue, we just exhausted. You know, after you have an anxiety attack, the next day you just want to sleep for, you know, 10 hours, because you have used so much fuel with for that one, you know, episode, that you don't have energy for a day or two after that. But it's something that we have control. We need to learn to ride those waves, because they will come and they will go. It's just the way it is in this now moment in the human vessel that we are. They will come and they will go. So just ride the wave. I am seeing when you're in the beach, in the ocean, and you stand and you see the waves coming, and in the beginning, you know, they come and they knock you down, but you get up again and you wait for the next one. After a couple of waves, you don't get knocked down anymore. Okay, so it just takes practice. It takes practice. If you are not meditating, please do, because that it's like a key that is going to unlock the whole treasure box of tools and gifts that we all have. And a lot of people start meditating because they want to deal with stress. A lot of people say, oh, well, it's because my blood pressure, I need to meditate. Yeah, that's all really sweet. But the main thing about meditation is you eventually start questioning who you are. And that's when things start unraveling. I'm not crazy about the fireworks of the meditations and what I find is, once you start questioning who you truly are, and you understand that you are just this beautiful angel energy, this beautiful source energy that lives in this garden that is your body, you understand now that when you are about to unravel the spiral going down, you can just bring it right back up, because you need to call yourself back in. Okay, you pull yourself back into your body. Here I am here, I am safe. Okay, come back to the body, and it's just like the waves, you know, the first ones might take you down, but with practice you will be fine. Okay, the waves keep coming, but your legs are going to get stronger, and they will not be knocking you down anymore. I hope that was helpful. Again, it comes from my experience, my corner of the universe, what I see and what has worked for me. And I hope it's helpful for everybody. Thank you so much for subscribing to our channel, for likes and shares. Thank you for visiting ixchelenergy.com. And let me put this on because I can see. Have a wonderful evening. Blessings. Namaste.